Hey guys. Hey Winky, Shauna, Bernie, the one and only Puss in Boots, Chickpeas, I Dream of John, Drama, Debbie Lou. See if see if anybody else is gonna join us. I know it's dinner time, but we're gonna be serving up some humble pie here. So hey, I lurker, Morbid Angel. Just give it a few minutes. Like I said, been watching some funny videos today. Did a rewatch on the debate last night because I didn't get to watch it all. But ATL Hodge, Winky Whispers, Monkey Mar, hey, just for you. Did I say chickpeas? Speaking of my Patreon, actually, what I'm going to do is I originally came on to congratulate Delusional Dispeller and Makeup Mobster for making the credits in the new documentary, Netflix documentary about the Watts case. Laura for getting her voice clip in there. I just watched the series or the documentary. It's pretty well made. I don't know. I don't remember if Critical K got in the. I doubt she made the credits. I don't know. I can't remember. But I know that Makeup Mobster and Delusional Dispeller did. So congrats on that. And congrats to Laura for getting her voice clip in there. And then I noticed Laura made her a video saying how humble she is for, you know, getting her voice in there, being recognized by Netflix. And I thought that was pretty cool because, humble is, I hear you, Shauna. It did remind you of YouTube, didn't it? But humble is a good thing. I remember when I was on a commercial for Caesar's Casino. So, yeah, humble is a good thing. But and no, MGL didn't make it. Didn't make the cut. Sorry. Um, so um, then, like I said, I'm gonna read some comments, okay? Because Laura being so humble and all. The first comment I see is Laura with a picture of Randy Stream up saying, "Oh, I'm gonna totally capitalize on this. Woohoo! LOL." That's humble. That's serve up another slice of. You want another slice of humble pie there, Laura? Because that sounds very humble to me. Okay. And then I'm reading more comments and more comments, and I get one Daily Poppins. Fuck Tracy. Fuck you, you fag addicted POS. Wow. Really, Daily Poppins? Fuck you, Tracy, you fag addicted POS. I don't think I've ever said that to anybody. But then we got Nana L, who says, has anyone asked Tracy why she wished Fod would die? Well, I've never wished Fod would die. I've never wished anybody in my life to die. Hello, Top Cop, Turquoise, Pepper. Yeah, these are all comments. I thought I would read them since, showing screenshots is wrong and all. Steph says, haha, let me get some Xanax, please. I need it after listening to Tracy. Well, Steph, it wouldn't be the first drug deal that ever went down in Laura's Discord. So carry on. Let's see. I'm gonna leave that one out because it's got somebody else's name in it. I don't want to mention. Let's see, Stacy Marie. Well, unless you're talking about Sarah Dipshit or Tracy, They are dogs with bones. LOL. Sorry, guys, I'm not reading chat. I'm reading comments. We want to talk about dogs with bones. There's a video out there from about 4 years ago where Laura videotapes her little dog humping her big dog and titles it Rape. So, thank you, Stacey Marie, for reminding me of that. I would have never brought that up before. Let's see, Stinger, aka Hummingbird. She's always so lovely. She just said, Tracy just said last week that she's not worrying about when Laura goes live. So why would Laura worry about her ass? She shouldn't. Why would she worry about me? I owe her nothing. She owes me nothing. I don't understand. Oh, and then she told me to have fun with sloppy seconds. There's a reason that we're all gone, but have fun with that, Tracy. Okay. And then Laura, mafia boss bitch. Tracy is always there to pick up anyone that leaves me. So if you ever left Laura's hey Save Robbie, congratulations on your anniversary date. If you've ever left Laura and for whatever reason you're still a sub over here, then Laura's basically saying you're not smart enough to to know what you're doing. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here's Laura talking about my Patreon. Because it's her business. By the way, I have a very good Patreon. Hey, Bad Wolf. Laura says, Tracy's Patreon. You kind of need content. Well, Laura, I don't think you're in my Patreon, so you wouldn't know what kind of content I have, but I was in yours, and I do remember the kind of content that you had, and it was very similar to the comments I'm reading right now. Hey, Kelly. Oh, here's one. This is a shout out for Republican Ash. Laura says, I can't wait for Republican Ash to fly by Tracy. Now, she doesn't wish Republican Ash any good luck. She just to fly by me in subs, as if that would somehow change me. Exactly, Ozzy. As if that would somehow change me if Ash got more subs than me. Good luck, Ash. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Hey, Casey's in. Here's a strange one. Jenna, Moon, Tracy, and Sarah naked, kind of traumatizing. That was from Laura. Jenna, Moon, Tracy, and Sarah naked, kind of traumatizing. Why in the Sam hell is Laura even thinking about me, Jenna Moon, and Sarah naked? That's weird. But don't forget, I'm a POS tag, according to Daily Poppins. Let's see. Nana accidentally subscribed to me and then unsubscribed, so I'm glad you caught that, Nana. Let's see. Tracy knows only, this is from Carol. Tracy knows no other content except Laura. I do not watch her. Shut the hell up and sit down. So let's see. Tracy knows no other content except Laura. I do not watch her. Shut the hell up and sit down. That was from Carol. How in the Sam hell do you know my content? Hey, Bad Wolf, did I say that? How in the hell do you know my content if you're not watching me? Hello? Then we got another one from Pops. Why does Tracy continuously talk about Lolly being ill from the mouth of someone who doesn't e-beg? You keep believing we are dumb enough not to see through your BS. It's so obvious. Stacy, Tracy's voice fills me with rage. Log off, boo-boo. Log off, boo-boo. If my voice fills you with rage, then, oh, Nana, I was lurking in Tracy's, but nobody watches me. Let's see. So this is this humbled woman and her humble, thank you. This is her humbled following and this humbled woman because she got a snippet of a clip on Netflix that I would still like to congratulate her on. Because that was my whole point in going live, was to congratulate Delusional Dispeller, Makeup Mobster, and Laura. Delusional Dispeller, Makeup Mobster for the credits, and Laura for the little snippet of her voice. But then I started getting all these comments. And I was like, wow, you talk about hate mongering? I could definitely compare comments made by my peeps compared to the comments made by Laura's peeps. And I could really tell you where the hate is coming from. My favorite is when I'm said, fuck you, you're a fag addicted POS. That was my favorite. Oh, and I'm an asshole. Peekaboo doesn't even bother, so all she does is laugh at me. Thank you, Peekaboo. That's the whole point, is just to laugh. I still want Nana to prove where I ever wished FOD dead. I was going to leave Laura alone, but since I'm hearing all of this, I think I'll just redact that. Laura, why are you thinking about me being naked? Mine's still perky, boo. Yeah, I'm obsessed with her, TL Hodge. But this is the conversations that go on between her and her peeps. Oh, you congratulated her on Twitter? Good, good. Because she's already said she's going to milk it. Let's see. There's so many of them, but some of them are just too silly to even read. But these, these are the people that I'm obsessed with. Okay. I told you all the other day, 577 mentions. But if anybody wants a piece of humble pie from over there, step right up. I don't care why you go at Wendy Stinger, so Hummingbird. I don't even know why you're including me in that. I could care less why you go. Why you go. Hello, everybody. I'm not reading chat right now. I don't care why you go at Wendy. It's not my business. So I don't know why you even bring me into that. Let's see if there's any more good ones. The only ones that are still psycho obsessed with me are Tracy, Sarah, Kiki. Okay, here we go again with etc. Laura, it is not ECT. It is ETC. We had this lesson the other day. If you're going to use etc., I'm just reading comments, Monkey Mark. Just reading random comments. That's all. That's all I'm doing. Because Mrs. Humble over there, when I got the first comment and it was a picture of her, of Randy's live stream, and Laura says, I'm going to totally capitalize on this. Woo, hoo, hoo. I don't know how she expects to capitalize on it, but good luck with that. I mean, I guess maybe Makeup Mobster or Delusional Dispeller could, because they actually got their name in print. Kelly has good news. Great. You want me to drop you a link or? But I just thought, like I said, I thought I would read a couple comments from the people that are not obsessed with me, but that I'm obsessed with. Okay. I just thought I'd read a couple of those. I thought it'd be fun. Would you like to prove it, Lab? Because if you want to try to prove that my Discord or anything else is Laura, 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 or you or anybody else, by all means. I'm glad you left when you left too, Lab, because you totally lied. When you left, you said you were tired of the hate and the drama, and you went straight to Laura's Patreon. So I'm glad you left too, Lab. Peace out. A star is born. Hey, sunny side up. I just think it's only fair, right? If people are going to talk about me, that I should be able to respond, right? I'm not showing anybody's Discord. What the hell are you talking about, Lab? Have you seen me show any screenshots? I'm reading comments. I'm reading comments. Hello, Kelly. You got good news?
Hi, Tracy.
Hey,
How
how
are
you doing?
you? I sent
Guys,
you a text message. I wasn't sure if you got it or not. And I don't mean to it bother you during your live, but thank you for letting me on. So I finished the documentary a little bit ago. And I also just got off the phone with Sandy Ruzek.
good.
And, we have um, hold on one moment. I am so sorry. Give me 1 second. Hang on for me.
If you all don't know, Kelly's trying to push through the Shenan's law where victims are not re-victimized, and well, there's a lot behind the law, but that's basically what she's working on. Oh, Amy Jane, of course. Prayers for Amy Jane and her dad. I'm so sorry. I've been there. I know what that feels like. It's horrible.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm back. Okay, so I had a wonderful talk with Sandy Ruzak. As some people may be aware, that we are working on a Shenan's law. And in this law, it's regarding the cyberbullying, the slander, the accusations, all of the nasty things that we've been seeing. And we're not just talking about the Watts case, but I am going to talk right now at this second because the documentary was just released and a lot of people got to see it. First of all, it was done beautifully. It really highlighted Shanann. Okay, so the victims were number one important in this.
Right?
And Shanann got to tell her story. She got to tell her story. So this is all good stuff. The thing is that the people that are going to try, to capitalize on this, the the negative connotation from their cyberbullying is actually going to be brought to the forefront. So I want people, all of us, to remember how we should think before we speak, especially when we are talking in regards to victims, families, and victims of crimes, family, friends, things like that. And the good news that I have is that we have now a strong backing to help the victims through this and get out, okay, and to heed warnings for possible future. So I wanted to express our excitement because things are starting to move in a really good, positive direction. And I want Tracy here to know that all of these things that everybody and Tracy, that you're dealing with, these are things that eventually people are going to be held accountable for. All
Good.
the things that they say, all the things that they do, you know, if you're going to go on live, we have to think before we speak going forward. So I just
Yeah.
want us to remember to know that there's good stuff.
Okay. I definitely, I love hearing that. I'm really trying to work on that panel we talked about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
family of victims. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put it all out there because I
No,
haven't been able to speak to them yet.
no,
But
that's fine.
I think what you're doing is great, Kelly. I really do. And I think there's a lot here on YouTube that needs to stop. I think the domestic abuse comments, the rape comments,
Yes,
um, I don't care where they're coming from, it's wrong. I don't care who's saying them. Um,
right.
People who's lost children and
Mm-hmm.
people are saying, there's a reason. I mean, it's just ugly. It's just ugly. And I did come live today to kind of poke at Laura because originally I wanted to say congratulations. I mean, I do. I think it's pretty cool that a voice clip got in there. Odd that just
Mm.
2 weeks ago she was screaming at Frankie about being a drug addict, but
Uh-huh.
you know,
Well, can
uh,
I add to that is we have to remember that this documentary took a very long time.
right. I remember the debate
So,
that Laura and Critical K and Makeup Mobster had, and Laura was actually on Shanann's side.
mhm.
So,
So that kudos, she lost that privilege when she attacked Frankie. Sorry, those kudos are gone.
well, Caslin wants to know, when does it go from free speech to cyberbullying? That's a good question.
Yes. Well, if let's say this, because we have had the discoveries released with information not being redacted. So, people who are internet sleuths, people who want to think that they want to solve the crime, can get this information and they start harassing the witnesses in the discovery. Now, can you imagine having your child be a witness to a crime or somehow a witness inside of a crime situation, and your child's phone number, date of birth, full name, all released to the public? And we're talking about international, not just national. So now you've got strangers from different countries that know who your child is, know your child's phone numbers, everything. And then your child starts to get found on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. And then your child, if your child says, hey, can you please leave me alone? Your child starts to get bullied and then even accused
Thank
of
you,
being
Pepper.
part of that crime, or just
Oh,
being
yeah.
harassed consistently by not being like, hey, I'm just going to tell some random person off the internet where I was from 8:15 to 10:15. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I'm behind it. I mean,
Does
and
that
I would,
help a little bit to for people to understand a little bit more on, it's not about free speech. If you want
oh,
to say, gosh, this guy, that man took his family, he's a monster. He is a demon to me and walking on earth. And just the very fact, if you want to talk about those things, be our guest, or
right,
whatever. That is your prerogative. That's your right.
right,
Now, does it mean that you can say, oh, well, now the family doesn't want to talk to me, so now they're involved,
right.
or they're
And
drug addicts?
yep, I agree. I
That's
agree.
not right. And people should not have to do that. Would you like it? Because what'll happen is, and I'm not talking about Frankie at this point. I'm talking about someone else being slandered like that. And what do you think is going to happen? They could lose their job. They could, you know what I mean?
Sure.
This could get way, way real life. It has
Well,
got to stop.
as far as it, and I'll just use the Watts case as an example, Nicole Kessinger. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is she morally guilty for having an affair with a married man? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But if we were all to go to moral court, I don't know any of us that would walk out of there.
Right.
Is she guilty of committing murder? No. And that woman has been drug in so many conspiracy theories that, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like we talked about, she's probably one of the most hated women in this country, topping
Mm-hmm.
Casey Anthony and everybody else
Yep.
for,
For having an affair.
yes, bad judgment. And I'm not condoning having an affair with, you know, with married men. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying it's not a criminal crime. It's not a crime.
Mm-hmm.
Morally, it's bankrupt, but it's not a crime.
Hey,
And for the
Creative
things that,
Revival. I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
good.
Hi, Creative. Um, they said, if it's happening, why aren't people getting arrested for threatening the victims' families? Because people are hiding behind things. And let's say this, they're hiding behind their little screens and their alts, their handles, whatever you want to call it. And people are doing things anonymously, and then they're meeting each other in different areas of social media, maybe Facebook, Discord, whichever it is. I don't even know what Discord is, but I hear that apparently that's where people are meeting. So we if there has to be responsibility there. But what's happened is that the laws are a little lackadaisical. Does that sound?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm all about free speech, but there
Mm-hmm.
has to be consequences when your free speech spills over into someone's personal life that has,
Right.
you know, nothing to do, they're victims. I told you
Mm-hmm.
before that I'm a big follower of the Darlie Routier case. And I personally don't believe Darlie committed the crime. If
Mm-hmm.
there's thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that believe that she did,
Mm-hmm.
and that's okay. It's okay to believe that. And you can
Mm-hmm.
sit around and put together what you think happened and how you think it all unfolded. But I've watched
Mm-hmm.
her family be harassed for 24 years.
It's
Hate
unacceptable.
mail, calls,
Unacceptable.
internet. Um, and no matter how you slice it, if even if I thought Darlie, even if you, if because I don't even want to say I think, but even if you think Darlie Routier is guilty,
Mm-hmm.
her family are still victims.
They absolutely are. Absolutely are. And a long time, because that was 20 plus years ago, right?
Yeah,
So
about 24.
we didn't have social media then. They could at the time, maybe move, but eventually they were going to be found eventually, because what happens? Social media starts. So now more and more people are connected. I love social media. Don't get me wrong. I have met wonderful people but there's good and bad to everything. And the bad to social media is this, but it keeps expanding and getting higher and higher tech in a way, and the laws are not catching or caught up to it. We need to get a law that's caught up, because and who has been slandered so much within 2 years via social media, and people making money off of it with lies. It's all been under this Watts case. That's why Shanann's name has been drugged through the absolute mud, spikes, whatever you want to say.
I agree. I agree. I'm looking forward to, it takes time. I understand this is not going to happen overnight, but I've told you before, I'll do anything. I
I
think if we
know.
can get that panel together and people can hear from the victims' families, that maybe, just maybe, they can get it through to people. Okay, Caslin. They can get it through to people that what they're doing, it should be criminal. It should be
Mm-hmm.
criminal.
Mm-hmm.
After the Casey Anthony case, there was a law passed called Kaylee's Law. And what it did was uh, it put into effect that you have X amount of time to report a child missing.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, there was no law. As you
Right.
could see, it went 30 days before little Kaylee was ever reported missing. Now, if a
Every
child
law
goes
has a
missing, you have
background.
X amount of time. Do what, Kelly?
Oh, I'm sorry. Every law has a background. It has a backstory. There's a reason why we're pushing for laws. The what another law
I'm
that
going
I
to go
want
on
to
mute. I'll be right back, Kelly.
sure. Another law that I want to bring up, and maybe some people have heard about it, maybe not, but Tracy Thurman. She was a victim of a domestic abuse. And what happened is because it was during a time that police and everybody considered it a family matter. So what goes on behind closed doors is not considered the police's business. So here, this poor woman gets beaten severely, stabbed, almost died. She became paralyzed on the
Yeah,
one side of her body while a police officer watched. He didn't step in.
that's
Now,
crazy.
oh, it's nuts. Now, there's a movie and it depicts it very, very well.
It
What
called.
she played Joe on Facts of Life. Nancy McKeon, I love her. Now
Oh,
it's called Tracy Thurman, the Tracy
oh,
Thurman story.
oh, yeah. I've seen that. I remember.
She's the one who got a law implemented that was very important to where it is no longer a considered behind closed doors situation. Did every police department and everybody change their attitude right away? No. But she got it started.
I see. I mean, how crazy had that law not been passed? I mean, it's already, off the charts in this country, anyways. I'm sure around the world, I just don't know many statistics. But how
Right.
crazy if that law had not been passed? Because in some
Exactly.
states, if there's a domestic call, you both go. You both go down to jail.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to sit there and listen to he did, she did.
Mm-hmm.
If in some states, if there's a domestic abuse call, you both go to jail until it can be straightened out. In some
That's
states,
right.
it's if someone has a mark on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't imagine a police officer just being able. Now I remember that. Now I'm going to go watch that movie again.
Oh my God. When I watch that movie, I literally bawl every single time right at that spot and she gets beaten so much. The burning bed is another one that angers me to no
Yeah,
end.
that Farrah Fawcett one. Isn't that Farrah
Yeah.
Fawcett? Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I haven't seen any other real domestic violence movies that hit home for me except those two. So
Yeah.
even in the present times, I haven't seen anything. I want to say hi to everyone. I saw Dana. I saw Aussie Life. I saw a couple people. So hi guys, I love you. Didn't mean to not say hi. And Dawn, I see her, cutie patootie. So I this is something, this documentary is brilliant because it shows the truth from Shanann's point of view.
Everybody go watch it. I actually dozed off in part of it, so I'm gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
rewind and go back and because I started watching it, then I dozed off, and then when I woke up, it was ended. So
And that's why this documentary is going to help hopefully a lot of women or men. You know, I please, I don't want to discredit men whatsoever. But it is known fact that statistics are men are very, usually the abusive ones when it comes to family annihilation. So when there is a missing pregnant woman, that, and children too, sometimes that is a huge red flag to law enforcement. They have to look at the spouse.
sure.
Of course, but think about it. When if there's a couple and when there's a pregnancy, that is one of the highest risks, is when a woman is pregnant and she wants to leave,
Yes,
or even if he
the
doesn't want to.
documentary is on Netflix, and it's called American Murder: The Family Next Door.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I thought.
And it's literally Shanann talking and narrating herself, her life. And it's all real. It's not like this was all pretend. These are all things that everybody could see that was in the discovery. There might be a couple things that were private, that the Ruziks held until this movie. But other than that, it's all there.
Right, right. Well, I suggest everybody go watch it. If you have Netflix, take a look at it. It does definitely
Mm-hmm.
focus on Shanann and the kids. So it's a little bit different than the Lifetime one was. That put a lot of focus on Chris. But
Well,
either
the
way,
Lifetime movie depicted Shanann in a very inaccurate way. And I watched it in horror, and I couldn't believe it. They made Chris look like he had emotions, and they made Shanann look like a nutcase, and that's the complete opposite.
I'll be right back, Kelly.
They didn't ask the Ruziks anything about Shanann until after they made the movie. So it's those shoot first and ask questions later. This was done with so much respect because Shanann needed her side told. And nobody was getting that chance to get it out because of the overpowering loud noises of the certain drama true crime YouTuber creators that decide to make money off of it. They realized how much money was being poured in because everyone thinks, oh my gosh, we got to talk about this case and we got to, we got to solve it from a different state, even though there's more behind the scenes than we saw. We didn't see the after effects of the crew that had to recover the bodies. Please, let's remember them.
Yes, definitely, definitely. I mean, the girls were basically so combustible they couldn't be flown on the same plane home. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a sad, sad situation. I'm behind you, Kelly. We're going to work on getting that panel together. Um,
Yes. And I also want to tell you that I spoke with Mama Sandy about you and she's on board. Um, she's a leader and I don't know, we've got somebody who is definitely focused on other victims.
good, good, good,
And
good,
she's now aware of you and we talked a lot about you. I told her how wonderful you are.
good. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, I told her. I said I've checked Tracy out. She's fantastic. She has not touched the case. She didn't do a flip-flop on us, nothing. I said I'm finding these excellent leading warriors and you're one of them.
Good. Thank you. Like I
You're
said,
welcome.
I'm all about victims' rights.
I
I
know.
agree, Kathleen. Chris Watts is the devil. But Kelly, I appreciate you coming up. Um,
Yes. Thanks
like I
for
said,
having me, guys.
I do want to congratulate Delusional Dispeller, Makeup Mobster, Laura. Can't really send out a big shout out to Critical K only because I could never see Critical K's side of it. Um, I know there was a time that Makeup Mobster was kind of leaning toward Critical K's the way of thinking. I think she's since changed her. I can't speak for her. I don't know. Um, I just wish that everybody would move on to something else and just let this family be at peace. I mean, it's not that hard. The man chose to forego a trial.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's in prison. He'll never see the light of
Mm-hmm.
day. Nothing is going to
Mm-hmm.
bring back Shanann and the girls and Nico. So it's time to move on and people quit making money off of the name Watts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, let the
And
family rest.
we also want to remind everybody because I see Anna Mary said, when you have a creator going live with the title "I'm famous jelly much," it makes her sick. Let's just say this, Anna Mary. When I speak with Sandy Ruzek, she she is. It's funny when she says these types of things that you guys are saying right there. It makes her sick, and it makes the Ruzek sick. Let's just say that enough that they don't look good. Let's just say that. Let's put it that way. They don't look good.
Well, I can promise you, I'm not jealous of
No, we
anyone.
know.
I'm very comfortable who I am. Um,
I'm not jealous either. Nobody's jealous. We're
if
we're gotten to the point where we can't take the shit anymore.
yeah,
We're done.
but
The
I did
adults are
post.
coming in to separate the children on the playground.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But if the person they're talking about wants to consider themselves famous, she did have an article in Rolling Stone. I'll give her that over making the murder. So hey, how about that?
Well, You have something better now and bigger that we have to focus on, Tracy. And the more that we stay in our lane and focus, she's going to be eating your dust. You're going to surpass it.
Well,
And
I
I'm talking about in our even growth of our inside,
sure
our
that's what
spiritual
it's about.
growth, our our loving. We have to be spiritually growing, or else we are going to wither and die in hate.
That's true.
So
I,
I want you guys to know, Tracy, I'm super excited. We've got a lot going on. We're going to all pull our heads together, but these are the good people. We don't
yeah,
care what she could have a New York Times article on her all day. She's not fighting for good.
no, not no, nope.
Those that fight for good are we do suffer more, just so everybody knows. We're the ones who suffer more.
That's right. So, Kelly, again, I thank you for coming
Yes.
up. I'm
You're
going to
welcome. Sorry I keep talking. Woo.
no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll be in touch about
Mm-hmm.
doing that panel.
Okay.
Uh, I'm going to,
And we could do it on my panel too. So we could go
yeah,
both either or whatever.
right. I just need to get in touch. I'm choking on my Mountain Dew. I just need to
Yes.
get in touch with, the people we talked about. So until I can do that, it was a very small
Absolutely.
mention in Rolling Stone. Yeah.
Oh,
See, I
Rolling
don't
Stone,
know
yeah.
Slushy Unicorn. I just heard her talk about it. I never read it. So
Well,
I don't
I
know.
love you guys. I'm sending love out there. I want you guys to take care of yourselves and each other. And I love Tracy. I am one of your peeps, I hope,
Oh,
because
of course.
I'm truly excited that I met you.
Me too.
So
Me too.
thank
It's
you.
always nice to meet new people.
It
And I will
is.
be in touch with you, Kelly. You can call me or text me if you need anything. I will be working on what we talked about earlier. Hopefully, we can get a panel of um, victims of violent crimes, family members up on a panel and let you know, hello, breaking the silence, and let people know what it's like to be tormented after experiencing something horrific.
Right.
So
Yep. I'm super excited. You
I know.
guys, all right.
Good.
I love you guys so much. I really, truly do. And if you guys need anything, please let me know. And we'll be talking soon.
Okay. Thanks, Kelly.
Have a good one, guys. You're welcome. Thank
You
you. Bye
too.
bye.
Bye. And guys, like I said, I really do wish Laura the best. I'm just poking at her. I'm not jealous of her, trust me. I just thought it was funny that she put out the humble video, which was a good video, by the way. And then I get sent comments that are so unhumbling, must I say. Um, you said you were reading comments. Was it comments from a post on YouTube? Um, Kelly, they were just comments. They were just comments. But guys, I'm gonna get off here. I appreciate each and every one of you, but I've got to feed the dogs. I've got to figure out what to do about dinner. I know I never stay on, but I say what I got to say and I get off and I jump off, I should say. Um, and I must say it's wonderful when you have people blocked that are constantly spewing nonsense. The block button is a good feature on here. You're right. And I should really use it more often. But I'm learning. I'm learning. So thanks, Kelly, for coming up. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for your support. And believe it or not, Puss in Boots turned me on to some games that I need to look into and see if I can get them downloaded on here. And we'll just be boring and play some games. How about that? You guys have a great Wednesday. Lolly goes to the vet tomorrow, so I'll probably come on for a minute just to give you an update. Turkey and dressing. Wow. Good for you, Caslin. Probably, yes, fun, Nenny. I'll probably come on tomorrow just to give you an update on what the vet said. So take care, people. I'll see you around the tubes.